Hello guys, so hope you guys are doing well. In the last class we were doing trigonometry questions and we did quite some questions. I think 15-20 questions we have done, around 25-30. Okay, so we'll continue further. So today we'll see question number 66. Okay, so last class we did till 65 and then we turn on to a different page. So if we start with question number 6 there, which we didn't do in the last class. So your question here says sine 75 plus sine 15 divided by cos 75 plus cos 15. Now how will you solve this kind of question if it is sine 75 plus sine 15 divided by cos 75 plus cos 15, and your options are given there. So your options are nothing but 1, 0, -1 and 2. Okay, so it's pretty simple if your question comes like this. So we'll be using sin A plus sin B formula. Now what is sin A plus sin B formula or cos A plus cos B formula? So I think I've told you in the last class, but still I'll write it for you. Sin A plus sin B is equal to 2 sin A plus B by 2 into cos A minus B by 2, right? So here, cos A minus B by 2. Whatever it gives you, depending on A and B value, right? Same way, if you look for cos A plus B formula, it is 2 cos A plus B by 2. So in place of sin, it will come cos, and this part will remain same, right? So for cos A plus cos B, so I'd like you to note down these formulas because this is what you can use further whenever something similar question comes, because in the exam it's not required that the same question will come exactly the sine 75 sine 15. So it can be anything in place of A and B. So if you know the formula, you can substitute well. Okay, so now let's substitute. So here, this is my A value, this is my B value for sine A and B, and cos A and B, this is my A, this is my B value. So if I put 2 sine A plus B by 2, so I'll write 2 sine 75 plus 15 divided by 2 into cos 75 minus 15 divided by 2. This whole thing, now cos A plus B formula I have to apply. So it will be 2 cos A plus B by 2 and cos A minus B by 2. Now, thing is, you can take it forward, you can simplify it. 75 plus 15 is 90, divided by 2 is 45. 75 minus 15 is 60, divided by 2 is 30. But see, in the exam and whenever you're writing, it's most important that you should be correct and you should be fast enough. So if you're going very fast and if you're doing mistakes, then it's of no use. Basically, you'll solve the entire paper, but still you'll be missing. I mean, you'll do wrong a lot of questions. And if you're slow and you're doing it correct, if your speed is not good, so what will happen? Okay, fine. Out of 40 questions, let's say if you did 30 or 35 questions, let's say if they are correct also, but still you will come out leaving 5 questions, right? So here, what I am suggesting you is, since you see cos 75 minus 15 by 2 is the same thing. So why to calculate it? You can cancel it right now there itself, and even 2. Now I have only thing sine. Since it's sine and cos, I can't cancel it out. So 75 plus 15 is what? 90 divided by 2 is 45. So sine 45 divided by cos 45. Now if you know sine 45 value is 1 by root 2 and cos 45 value is also 1 by root 2. So what will happen? 1. Right? So okay, I thought I forgot to put it on the record, but it's fine, it's on the record. Fine. Okay. Now let's go to the next question. Let's see what is your next question. So it is okay. So hope you have understood this one. If you have any doubt, of course you can ask me anytime, and then we'll move to the next question, right? Okay. So now we'll go to your question number 67. Question number 67 says, yeah, so the last answer, the answer was 1, which is your option A in your book. So option A will be the right option, right? Sine 70 into sine 50 into sine 10 is your next question. 70, 50, 10. Okay. So sine 70, sine 50 into sine 10. Now you might be thinking that Is there any formula for sine A into sine B into sine C? So no, there is no formula. Yeah, if we want, we can make it, but it will be simply a bit lengthy, right? So what do we do in such situation if we do not have such formula of sine A, sine B or sine C? So what shall we do now? No idea? Okay, we can apply sine A and sine B formula here. We do have sine A into sine B formula, right? So that says what? What is that formula? It's half cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. So sine A into sine B is equal to 1 by 2 outside cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. Or if you want, there's no, I mean, if it's not required, half is I mean, you don't have to take half common. So half cos A minus B minus half cos A plus B also you can write if you're not taking 1 by 2 common. So, but then you say, okay, there is like, it's only for sine A and B and here we have 3 quantities. What will I do? You pick up any 2 quantities, that's your choice, and go ahead with that. See what happens. So you can take sine 70, sine 50, keep sine 10 separate for now. You can take sine 50, sine 10, keep sine 70 out for now. Or you can keep 70 and 10 and keep sine 50 out. Anything, that's your choice completely. So imagine if I go with these two only. If I take this as my A and this as my B. So now in that case, if I apply that formula, what will I write? I'll write as half 1 by 2 cos A minus B, that is cos 70 minus 50 in my case, into cos A plus B, that is cos 70 plus 50 in this case, close the bracket, write sine 10. Okay, sine 10 I have just kept it outside, right? So what will I get? 1 by 2 cos 20 into, sorry, it's minus here, so minus cos 120 multiplied with sine 10. Now this sine 10 only I'll pull inside, let half be here itself. So half sine 10 into cos 20 minus sine 10 into cos 120. So I'm just writing sine first, that does not matter anyway. Half. Now here again I have reached to the place where I need a sine A cos B formula. Not sine A sine B, not cos A cos B. We need sine A cos B. And there also we have a formula. It says half sine A plus B minus sine A minus B. Okay, so that is what we can use here. So I'm going to use this formula that sine A into cos B is almost similar. It is half. Only thing you write sine A plus B minus sine A minus B. So these where plus, where minus, where A plus B, where A minus B, these things you have to be very particular with. One second, A plus AB, so it should be plus, I guess. Okay, so half sine A plus B plus sine A minus B. This is the formula we are going to use here, right? That is the formula for sine A cos B. Now, if I apply that formula here, what will I get? So for this one, I'll get 1 by 2, I'll write little direct here. Sine A plus B, that is 10 plus 20 in my case, so 30. Okay, and I'll use one more bracket, plus sine A minus B, that is 10 minus 20, that is sine minus 10. Okay, fine, I've reached till here. Then there was a minus, so I'll put a minus. Again, 1 by 2. A is 10, B is 120 in my case here, so sine A plus B, so I'll write sine 130 plus sine A minus B, I'll write sine minus 110. Okay, done. Now, once we reach here, we'll open all the brackets. 1 by 2 will be multiplied there, so it will 1 by 4, or you can say this 1 by 2 I can take out as a common. So what will I get here? Sine 30. Sine minus theta is minus sine theta, so minus sine 10, I'll write it. There was a minus here, so that minus will multiply with sine 130. Now, what is sine 130? If you look at sine 130, it will be like 90 plus theta. So sine 90 plus theta is what? Minus cos theta. So minus cos 50 I'll get. Okay. So I'll write minus cos 70, I can say. And sine minus 110 is again minus sine 110, and sine 110 is minus sine 70. So I can write it as minus sine 70. Okay. This also, if I convert, I can do the conversion here. Is this question is like that, or it's okay? It was sine 70 minus sine 50 minus sine 10. That's why I was thinking that why is it going in such a quantities which we are not getting the right value? Either it should cancel out those quantities, or it should give us something like sine 30 sine 60, which was not happening. So if I see this question is sine 70 minus sine 50 minus sine 10, okay fine, I would have zoomed. Okay, but anyway, if this kind of question comes, you know that this is how you have to solve it. So I'll erase it for now. You got the formula. If this kind of question comes, you can use this formula anyway. No. Okay, so we'll do this question once again then, but this time we have to apply a different formula because there is a minus. So let's see what do we do. So the actual question was actually sine 70 minus sine 50 minus sine 10, right? So if it is sine 70 minus sine 50 minus sine 10, then what formula shall we use? It's nothing but we should use sine A minus B formula. So we saw sine A plus B formula. If it is sine A minus B, it's almost similar. If it is sine A minus sine B. So again, we have formula for only sine A minus sine B. We don't have for sine A minus sine B minus sine C. We do not have such formula. So in this case, what happens is 2 sine A minus B by 2 into cos A plus B by 2. Exactly reciprocal what we have done before. So sine A minus B by 2 into cos A plus B by 2. So this is what you'll get in such scenario. 2 sine A minus B by 2 into cos A plus B by 2. Okay, fine. If I apply that formula, again, you can choose any two things as I told you. First, I'll go with these two. This minus sine 10, I'll keep separate. So this will be my A, this will be my B. So if I do it as, so it will give me 2 sine A minus B by 2, that is 70 minus 50 divided by 2 into cos A plus B by 2. So that is cos 70 plus 50 divided by 2 minus sine 10, it will remain outside as it is. Now if I solve it, what will I get? 2 sine 20 by 2, that is 10, into cos 120 by 2, that is 60, minus sine 10. Now, okay, so don't confuse. If you reach here, what you do is 2 sine 10. What is the value of cos 60? If you remember, it's nothing but 1 by 2 minus sine 10 I can write. So this 2 and 2 get cancelled. What did I get now? Sine 10 minus sine 10. That is what I was expecting, that those quantities which you don't know the value, usually it will get cancelled. So your answer will be 0. Now if I go back to your book, that is nothing but your option B. So option B will be the right answer in this case. Okay. Okay, fine. Let's go to the next question now. So see, it's all about the formulas and putting in the formulas in a right way. If in case you have the formulas, well and good, have a revision on that and then start practicing these kind of sums. In case if you don't have the formula, let me know. I'll either write it in the sheet and send you, or if I get it somewhere, of course I think it will be on internet as well, so I can just take a screenshot from there and I can send you as well. So anything, just the formulas, right? 68th question, if I see, what is it now? 2 sine 55 cos 35. Okay, so it is 2 sine 55 degree into cos 35 degree. Okay, so this is your question. Now this is a question, which formula shall we apply, right? So in this question, actually we can apply that formula which I was actually applying in the last question. So if you remember, I had written a formula in the last question, that sine A into cos B formula. I'll write it again for your reference anyway, or else you have to go back in the video to see it, right? So what I've written was half sine A plus B plus sine A minus B. So 1 by 2 sine A plus B plus sine A minus B. This is what I've written. Or if I want, I can write 2 sine A cos B equal to sine A plus B. I can do direct, but rather than just remembering so many formulas, it's always better to remember few formulas and modify it as per your use. So here 2 is already there, so that 2 I'll write into, for this thing, this will be my A, this will be my B, sine A cos B. So I'll write 1 by 2, this 1 by 2, sine A plus B, that is sine 55 plus 35 plus sine A minus B, that is sine 55 minus 35. So this is what I can do. So 2 will get cancelled. That will give me sine 90 degree plus sine 20 degree. Sine 90 is what? It's 1 plus sine 20 degree. Do we have any such options? Let's see what options do we have in this question. Okay, so you have 1 plus sine 20 as your option A. So option A, right? If you ask me, so sine 20 doesn't have any value, only sine 0 or 30 or 45 or 60 or 90 or 120, only these things has a value? No, sine 20 also has a value, that's true. But normally, if you imagine sine everything has a value, what is sine theta? Trigonometry, if you go to, basically sine of certain angle, 0 degrees angle, 30 degrees angle, 45 degrees angle. But it is not like that, that 10 degrees is not an angle or 20 degrees is not an angle. So if you say that sine 10 degree and sine 20 degree should also exist, yes, it does exist, but we do not use it. Because why don't we use it is, if I ask you already like 0, 30, 45, 60, 90 with sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, cot, already you have 30 values there. 6 trigonometric ratios, 5 value of each, total 30. Now if I start telling you, okay, you have to remember sine 1 degree, sine 2 degree, sine 3 degree, sine 4 degree, till sine 100 degree, will it be easy for you? No. Imagine 1 trigonometric ratios, if I give you 100 values, let's say 50 values only, sine 0 to sine 50, right? Then 6 trigonometric ratios, 6 into 50, 300 values, will you be able to remember? It will go into decimal first thing, and it's not like some direct whole numbers also, it's some decimal values. So normally we have just simplified it, and the major ones, that 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90 only we consider, rest things we keep it as sine 20 only, or whatever trigonometric ratios it comes. Okay, now if tan theta equal to sine 2 theta by 1 plus cos theta, then what will be tan 22 and half? Basically 22.5 degree. That's your next question. Okay, so they have given you the formula also here. In case they would have not given you the formula, then you have to remember the formula. But in this question, pretty easily they have given you the formula directly. So we'll look at the next question, that is question number 69. If tan theta equal to, so they are telling you the formula, if tan theta is equal to sine 2 theta divided by 1 plus cos 2 theta. So this is the formula for tan theta. If you don't know, you can even remember it. It might help you in some questions, but this formula is rarely been used. It's not very much frequently, it does not appear. So find the value of tan 22 and half. Then find tan 22 and half degrees will be what, right? So that's your question. So you know everything in this. What you have to do is, in place of theta, you put 22 and half. So tan theta will be tan 22 and half will be equal to sine 2 theta. Double of 22 and half is what? 45. Sine 45, 1 plus cos 45. Now what you are left with here is, how I have written 45 is, it's 2 theta. If theta I am putting 22 and half, so 2 theta will be 2 into 22 and half. So 22 and half into 2 will be 45 degrees, right? So only thing now you have to substitute the values, do the simplification, and you will arrive at your answer. So sine 45 we all know it's 1 by root 2. Cos 45 is 1 by root 2 again. So I can't cancel root 2, root this. A lot of people cancel here root 2 and root 2. Do not do that. It's wrong as per maths. You can only cancel out root 2 when this root 2 is denominated for the entire this portion. So for that, what I need to take the LCM. So I'll take the LCM, so I can write it like this. Root 2 will be the LCM. I can write it, simplify it like this. Now in this case, yes, you can cancel out. Okay. So, but still I'll tell you, so that you don't get confused in future, what happens when you have fraction divided by another fraction. One fraction divided by another fraction. So the upper fraction, basically the numerator fraction, remains as it is. You put a multiplication symbol, and the denominator fraction you have to do the inverse or reciprocal, right? So this you have to write root 2 divided by root 2 plus 1, and that is the reason I can cancel root 2. Now I've written 1 by root 2 plus 1, and if you see there is no option, so you'll say, sir, there is no option, then we have done something wrong. No. If you have reached here 1 by root 2 plus 1, and if it is not matching with the answer, in that case you do rationalization. So for that, what will you do? You'll multiply it with root 2 minus 1 divided by root 2 minus 1. Rationalization you all remember, right? So 1 into root 2 minus 1 is nothing but root 2 minus 1 itself. Down, a plus b, a minus b. So what will happen? A square minus b square. So root 2 square is nothing but 2 minus 1 square is 1 itself. So 2 minus 1 is nothing but 1. So my answer will become root 2 minus 1. And I think that is in your option as option B. So option B is the right answer. Right? So if you are confident that whatever you have done is right, still you are not matching up with the options, so it doesn't mean that you have gone wrong or something. It's like maybe the answer is given in a different format. You have to do something, some more steps to reach there. That's it. So be confident in your solution first. Rather than a lot of people I see that they reach still here, 1 by root 2 plus 1, they're like, okay, it's not an option, something we have done wrong. They'll scratch everything, they'll do again, and again they'll reach here only. So no point, right? If you are confident that you are doing correct, then you are doing correct, that's it. But don't be confident when you are doing wrong and then say, no, I was doing right only. So confident when you are really right, and that will come with the practice, right? Fine. So we did this question, now we'll reach to question number 70. Okay, sine 120 minus cos 150. Sine 120 minus cos 150. Okay. So this is your next question. Okay, now what shall we do in this case? It is a place where it is sine A and cos B. Got stuck? What should we do? Okay, I'll tell you one thing. We have formula for sine A plus sine B. We have formula for sine A minus sine B. We have formula for cos A plus cos B. We have formula for cos A minus cos B. So here we are stuck with a place where we have sine A and cos B. So in this case, you have two options. Now listen to your options. What you can do is either the first sine you convert into cos. If you convert into cos, what will you get? You'll get like something cos quantity minus cos quantity, so that will be cos A minus B. We already know the formula for that and we can do that. What if you don't want to do that? Your second option is you convert your cos to sine, right? And if you do that, then again you'll have sine A plus sine B quantity, right? So you can do this question like this. Now the problem is sine 180 minus theta is again sine theta, so it will take you there. Okay, so I think we can do it with direct value also. So sine 180 minus theta is sine theta and cos 180 minus theta is minus cos theta. I think you might be knowing this, so I'll just write it though. Sine 180 minus theta is sine theta and cos 180 minus theta is minus cos theta. So if I apply that also, what will I get here? Sine 120 can I write sine 180 minus 60. Cos 150 I can write it as cos 180 minus 30. If I apply my formula, sine 180 minus theta is sine theta, so I can write it as sine 60 minus cos 180 minus theta is minus cos theta, so that is minus cos 30. Basically it will become plus minus minus. Sine 60 is what value? Root 3 by 2 plus cos 30 minus minus plus I've written, cos 30 is again root 3 by 2. So what will I get? Just root 3, right? Your LCM will become 2, numerator will become 2 root 3 by 2. So 2 root 3 by 2 is nothing but root 3 only, and that is your option C for this question. Yeah, this was question number 70. Option C. We just did question number 70 now. Fine. Okay, what is the value of sine minus 660? Okay, that's, for this you need to know one more thing. So let me tell you. Question number 71. Sine minus 660. Sine minus 660 degree. Now it says first thing, it's such a big quantity, how do we solve it, right? That's right, it is a big quantity, so we have to convert it into something. Now how do we convert, or if we convert, what does it gives us? That's the thing. So you have to do a different level of what is it, changes, I can say. Now you already know, okay, you know that sine 360 plus theta is what? Sine theta itself. And you might also be knowing sine 360 minus theta is minus sine theta. And you might also be knowing sine minus theta is minus sine theta. So these things we'll use one by one. How do we use it? Let's see. So I'll write it's sine minus theta. So I'll use this one and I can write minus sine theta. So I'll write it as minus sine 660. Okay. Now what will I do? I'll write it as minus sine 360 plus 300. Correct? 360 plus 300 is 660. I'll apply this one. Sine 360 plus theta is sine theta. So this minus was from before, so don't get confused. This minus as it is. This sine 360 plus 300, I can write it as sine theta, that means sine 300. Okay, I have arrived here. Now I'll write this sine 300, can I write it as sine 360 minus 60? 360 minus 60 is 300, right? So, okay. If I do that, what is, I'll use this formula now. 360 minus theta is minus sine theta. So this minus was from before, and now this sine 360 minus theta will again give me one more minus and sine 60. So what will I get? Nothing but minus minus plus sine 60. You all know the value of sine 60, that is 2, 3 by 2. That in your question, the option is C. So C will be the right answer for this question. Done? Okay. Now same question is coming with tan minus 750 degree, and it's actually, okay, this is actually more easier, I feel. I'll tell you why. Okay, I'll erase this one. So next question, question number 72. Question number 72 tells you what? So tan minus 750, right? Tan minus 750 degrees. Okay. So first, a few things before we'll solve it, you should know. Even tan minus theta is also like sine only, it's minus tan theta. Other thing, tan, we call it like this, 2n pi plus theta equal to tan theta. Now what does it mean? 2n pi and all might get you confused. So the same thing I can tell you in a simple way. You know, in pi is a radian quantity of degrees or angle measurement. So pi means 180 degree, that you might be knowing. So 2 pi is nothing but 360 degree and can be any number, and it can be 1, it can be 2, 3, 4, 5, anything. So what this formula means is, if it is tan 360 plus theta, or any, basically in place of tan if you put anything, this will be right. So tan 360 plus theta is 1, any multiple of 360. Next, if I write 720 plus theta, this is also tan theta. If I write like 3 times, 360 into 2 is 720, 3 times will be how much? 108. So 1080 plus theta, that is also tan theta. So if you keep going, 360, any multiples, 360, 361, 362, 720, 363, 1080, anything if it is a multiple of 360 plus theta will always be tan theta itself. So that if I'm going to apply here this rule, so first thing, tan minus theta is minus tan theta, so I'll write minus tan 750. This minus I'll keep out only. Tan 750, I can write tan 720 plus 30 degree. Am I right? You know, tan 720 plus theta is tan theta, so I can write minus tan 30 degree. Now what is tan 30 degree value? It's 1 by root 3 if I'm not wrong, and that's your option. Oh yeah, that's option D. I was looking at options in 71st question. Okay, so that's your option D, correct? So this will be the value of your 72th question. Okay, so hope till here you have no doubts. Let's go, let's move further. Okay, 73rd question, pi, lot of pi's are coming. Let's see what it is. See, you'll be quick in solving any questions only when you look at the question, your mind should tell you a formula what should be applied here. If you are confident with the formulas, if you are equipped with the formulas, then only you can solve these questions, any questions basically easily, right? So what I'm trying to say is, like, imagine you go to a classroom and then you want to study and you have not brought your pen and paper, pen and notebook, nothing. Teacher is teaching, you're not writing anything. Okay, fine. How much you can keep it in your brain? What will happen when you go home after 1 hour or 1.5 hours of class? Few of the things will be in your mind, but not everything which has been taught in the class. That is not possible, right? So that's why from the childhood you might have been taught that, okay, take your notebook, take your pen when you're going to the school, so that whatever your teacher is saying, you will write it down. So your notebook and the pen is like the equipments. Same way, when you're solving any questions in trigonometry or any other part of maths, you need the formulas. Those are your equipments. If you don't know them, if you don't remember them, you may solve few of the questions, but not everything, right? So that is why I'm saying, make yourself equipped with the formulas first. Okay, let's come back to this question. It's cos square pi by 3 plus cos square 2 pi by 3. So plus cos square 2 pi by 3 plus cos square 4 pi by 3 and 5 pi by 3. Okay, plus cos square 4 pi by 3 plus cos square 5 pi by 3. Okay, so pi by 3 value we already know, it's 60 degree basically. Now it comes 2 pi by 3, 180. 2 pi is what, 360 by 3, that is 120 degree. And okay, we can convert it, no problem. Pi by 3, so 90, 180, 360, 180, 60, and okay, fine, we can reach there, not a problem. Fine. Cos square pi by 3, this I'll keep as it is because pi by 3 is anyway 60 degrees, so nothing to be worried. This one, can I write it cos square? 2 pi by 3, can I write pi minus pi by 3? If you do your maths, it's 2 pi by 3 only if you take the LCM, right? For 4 pi by 3, I can write it as cos square pi plus pi by 3. If you do, it will be 4 by 3 only. And for 5 pi by 3, I can write it as 2 pi minus pi by 3. If you see 2 pi minus pi by 3 is, yes, 5 pi by 3. Now, certain formulas you need to know. Okay, what certain formulas you need to know is, what is cos pi minus theta? If it is cos pi minus theta, whatever it will be, cos square also will be the same thing. The only thing is square of the whole thing, so you don't worry about that. So cos pi minus theta, if you remember well, it is nothing but minus cos theta, right? So there I can write minus cos square pi by 3, that is there. 1 second, but cos pi by 3, pi minus theta is minus cos theta. So if it is a square cos square, that means it's the square, so it will become plus only. So it will become plus only. I'll tell you what I'm trying to tell you, don't worry. Good thing is cos pi plus theta is also minus cos theta, so you don't have to remember much more. Cos 2 pi minus theta is cos theta. Okay, so these are the formulas which we'll use here. I'll just write it for you what I'm trying to say. Cos pi minus theta is minus cos theta. Cos pi plus theta is also minus cos theta, and cos 2 pi minus theta is cos theta. Okay, but here it's cos square. Pay attention to what I'm trying to tell you now. Cos square pi by 3, I can write as it is. A lot of people, what mistake they'll do, they know cos pi by pi minus theta is minus cos theta, so it's pi minus theta only, so they'll write minus cos square pi by theta. The moment you'll do this, you will go wrong. You'll say, why? The formula says minus, I'm using minus, right? Formula tells you for cos, not for cos square. So you'll say, okay, how does it make any difference? True, but it does make a difference. How? I'll tell you. This is, can I say it's nothing but cos pi minus pi by 3 whole square? You know, square is like that only. Sin square theta is sin theta whole square. So cos square, this is this whole thing square. Okay, I'll tell you where I'm going. So same thing I'll write here also, cos pi plus pi by 3 whole square. This is anyway plus, so I'll write it as it is only. Plus in the sense, don't think about this plus I'm talking about this. This is already plus, so that is not required for you to show. Okay, so this is what I'll get, cos square pi by 3. Fine, done. Plus cos pi minus pi by 3 as per the formula should be minus cos 3. Okay, I'll write it minus cos pi by 3. I'm using the formula. Square plus pi plus pi by 3. Again, I'll get minus cos pi by 3 only. Okay, square. This I'll write cos square 2 pi minus 3. This is pi by 3. Right? This is what I'll get. Now understand here. If you do minus cos theta whole square, what will you get? Cos square pi by 3 plus minus square becomes plus, right? So you'll get cos square pi by 3. So now you tell me, if you would have done minus directly, wouldn't it have gone wrong? So these small tiny basic things need to be taken care of. Okay, I'll write like this. So all cos square pi by 3, I can write 4 cos square pi by 3. Now what is pi by 3 value? Pi by 3 is what? 180 by 3, that is cos 60 degree. 60 is what? 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 square. If you see 4 into 1 by 2 square, 4 into 1 by 4, 1 itself, right? So thing should be an option in your question. That is your option number A itself. A is the right answer. If you have any doubt, you can ask me through WhatsApp. I'll just go through it once again. Though it was a little confusing, I can understand. This was your question given. I have started converting. Pi by 3, since I know the value, I didn't convert it. 2 pi by 3, I wrote it as pi minus pi by 3. Pi minus pi by 3 is 2 pi by 3 only. 4 pi by 3, I've written pi plus pi by 3. 5 pi by 3, I've written 2 pi minus pi by 3. That is all I did. Then, cos pi minus theta is minus cos theta. That's right, but here it was square. So don't use the formula directly there. You can use it, I'm not saying don't use it, but if you are well versed with the minus sign, square will become plus, those things, if you are confident, then use it. I didn't want to take chances with you that what if I do directly and then you'll get confused. So that's why I have written it as this thing. I can write cos pi minus pi by 3 square. This I can write cos pi plus pi by 3 whole square. This square I'm shifting to whole square. This I've written as it is because the value was anyway coming plus cos theta. So I'm just keeping it as it is. Now I started converting. This became cos square pi by 3 as it is. Cos pi minus theta is minus cos theta. So I've written minus cos pi by 3 square. Cos pi plus theta is also minus cos theta. So again I've written minus cos pi by 3 square. And cos 2 pi minus theta is cos theta. So that will give you cos square pi by 3. Now if I see this minus and square becomes plus, so plus plus everywhere. All the 4 became plus. It's the same quantity, so I can write 4 cos square pi by 3. Cos pi by 3 is 1 by 2, so cos square pi by 3 will become 1 by 4 basically. And 4 into 1 by 4 is nothing but 1. Okay. Now you have a similar kind of question further. Okay, so there are 3 squares and the 4 does not have a square. Okay, that's kind of weird, but let's see. Maybe if the question is like this. Why it is weird, I'll tell you when I was seeing this question. Normally trigonometric questions are very symmetrical. Okay, so why is it not erasing it very neatly? Something. Okay, so question number 74. 74 says that the value of tan square pi by 4, tan square pi by 4 plus tan square 3 pi by 4 plus tan square 5 pi by 4 plus tan 7 pi by 4. That is what I saw weird, because if it is coming square, I thought it might be a square there, but fine, it was not a square. So it is almost like a last question only, but this time you should know tan formulas, like what is tan pi plus theta, tan pi minus theta, all those things. right? So if we talk about tan, so I'll tell you, tan, first thing I don't have to convert, second one will become pi minus pi by 4. So tan pi minus theta is minus tan theta. Okay. Okay, next will be pi plus pi by 4, so that will become plus tan theta only, that is tan pi plus theta is plus tan theta. Third will be again pi plus or 2 pi minus I can do. So if I do 2 pi minus, it will become minus tan theta. So yeah, sine cos. Okay. So I'll first write the formulas which I'll use. Tan pi minus theta is minus tan theta. Tan pi plus theta is tan theta. Tan 2 pi minus theta is minus tan theta. So if I use them, what will happen here? This I'll write it as tan square pi by 4. Done. This I'll write tan square pi minus pi by 4. That will give you 3 pi by 4. This is again tan square pi plus pi by 4. And this is just tan, so I'll write only tan here. 2 pi minus pi by 4. Okay, I think that's right also, because square and all will not make any difference because pi by 4 is, tan pi by 4 is 1, right? Anyway, so I'll substitute the value later. Tan square pi by 4. Tan pi minus theta is minus tan theta, but since it's a square, like the last question, I can directly write it as tan square pi minus. Plus tan pi plus theta is tan theta itself, so it will be tan pi by 4 since it's a square, so tan square pi by 4. Plus tan 2 pi minus pi by 4, 2 pi minus theta is minus tan theta, and there is no square also. Okay, that was the reason they have given. It will become minus tan pi by 4. Why minus tan pi by 4? Because 2 pi minus theta is minus tan theta, and that is how it will be. So tan pi by 4 is 1, so this will be 1 plus 1 plus 1 minus 1. I can cancel out. I'll get it as 2. So question number 74 does is option 2 as, oh, it doesn't have option 2. If it does not have option 2, that means I'm sure this question would have been a square. Okay, otherwise it will have, so this would have been a square there. If there is a square there, that means there is a square here. If there's a square here, this will become plus, this will become plus 1. It will not get cancelled, and you will get 4, and that is your option D. Okay. So fine, we'll quickly move to now question number 75. Let's see what we have in 75. So fine, these formulas, see, that's what I'm telling you, formulas are like equipment. If you do not have the formulas, you let me know. I'll give you all the formulas in one class. I'll write down all the formulas for you, or I'll send you through WhatsApp, anything I'll do. But make sure you are well versed with the formulas before trying these questions. Otherwise, you'll get stuck. You'll not be able to. I mean, there is other basics way to find, but that will take a lot of time. So formulas always helpful, especially in trigonometry. Okay, now we'll go to question number 75. What do you have in question number 75? 1 minus cos A, oh sorry, 1 plus cos A, 1 minus cos A inside a root. 1 plus cos A divided by 1 minus cos A. Okay, there are so many ways you can solve this question, but I'll tell you the easiest way. Simple, do the rationalization. Okay, what do I mean with rationalization here is, your root is 1 plus cos A divided by 1 minus cos A. You just multiply it with 1 plus cos A by 1 plus cos A. You know, looking at this question, I can in fact tell you the answer itself. It will give you 1 plus cos square A. Okay, actually, what are the options you have? Tan A by 2 and all. Okay, so you can write in fact it as tan A by 2, or you can check it with the values also. You can put the values here and then you can solve in fact this question. Okay, what will happen now if you do the rationalization? Try. Okay, if you're still doing, I think it should be tan a by 2. I hope so. So if you do, the numerator part will become 1 plus cos a whole square. Don't multiply it, just write it as a whole square. Down part will be 1 minus cos square a, right? And still it will stay inside the root. So now next I'll write root under 1 plus cos a whole square, and down 1 minus cos square a as per the identity, it's sine square a, right? So if you see, both are the square terms, so I can write it as 1 plus cos a divided by sine a. This is what it will come out as. And if you remember your tan a by 2 formula, so this I can write it as cosec a. Something is not right here. It's a sine cosec a plus cot a. I can write it, but the options are not in cosec a plus cot a. That means they have changed the option. So we have to do further to reach till the options. Cot a, tan a by 2, and cot a by 2 is the options. Okay. Usually it stops at cosec a plus cot a. So cosec a plus cot a is equal to what? Cosec a plus cot a, if I do again cosec a minus cot a, if I multiply it with cosec square 1 by cosec a plus cot a, I'll get. Okay. And we just saw it today in one of the questions that tan theta is equal to tan 2 theta and all. So that way I can get to tan a by 2. Okay. Yeah, makes sense, no? It will be cot a by 2. See, this thing can I write 1 divided by sin a by 1 plus cos. Actually, it's a direct formula of cot a by 2, but I don't want to go there. 1 divided by, today I've given you a formula, if you remember. Tan theta, one of the question it came was sin 2 theta divided by 1 plus cos 2 theta. This formula we did, right? So in place of 2 theta, if you substitute what? A. So this theta will become what? A by 2, right? So this I can write 1 by tan a by 2, which is cot a by 2, and I think this is in your option. As your option, this is option D. So that will be the right answer. Done. Or if you want to know cot a by 2 cot formula directly, so this is also a formula. Cot theta is equal to 1 plus cos 2 theta divided by sin 2 theta. I could have used this also directly, but that will bring like one more formula into picture, so I didn't want you to do that, so I converted into tan, one formula which I've already given and used it. If not, if you are good with this formula, you can directly apply here. You can write it as cot a by 2. Fine. Okay, ink is almost over. Let me just refill some ink. We'll go further. Okay. Okay. So we'll see the next question now. Okay. Question number 76. What is it? It says cos 65 plus cos 25. Cos 65, cos 25. Okay. What formulas shall we use here? This is question number 76, right? 76 cos 65 plus cos 25. Okay. So it's pretty easy. We have to use here cos A plus B. Now, what is the cos A plus B formula? It's easy to remember actually. It's cos A plus cos B is equal to 2 cos A plus B by 2 into cos A minus B by 2. See how many formulas are coming, right? So all these formulas, if you remember, imagine how easy it will become your questions, right? So fine, let's go here. If I solve, so I can write it as 2 cos A plus B by 2, so 65 plus 25 by 2 into cos A minus B by 2, that is 65 minus 25 by 2. This is my A, this is my B, right? Okay, that is 2 cos 65 plus 25 is what? 90 divided by 2 is 45. 65 minus 25 is 40 divided by 2 is 20. Now cos 45 value we already know, so 2 into 1 by root 2 into cos 20. You can cancel out root 2 times. Why? Okay, if this also confuses you, I'll tell you why it is. Like if it is 2 divided by root 2, 2 you know it's made up of root 2 into root 2. Root 2 into root 2 gives you 2, right? So that will give you root 2 only. That's how I have cancelled it. Okay, so if in case you got confused there, what you got here is root 2 cos 20. Do we have such option in question number 76? Yeah, that is option D. So option D will be the right answer for this. Okay, next question. Shall I erase it? Okay, I'll erase it. Question number 77. Question number 77 is the simplified value of sine A by 2 plus sine A by 2 plus sine A divided by 1 plus cos A by 2 plus cos A. Okay, 1 plus cos A by 2 plus cos A. If it would have been any one value, I would have used the tan formula directly, but here what I can use is I can use sine A plus B and cos A plus B. Cos A plus formula is already written. Sine A plus sine B formula also I have given you before, but I'll just rewrite it. It is 2 sine A plus B by 2 into cos A minus B by 2, right? So if I apply that here, now what will happen? Sine, in place of A I have A by 2, in place of B I have A. Sine A plus B formula, if I apply, I'll write 2 sine A plus B by 2, that is A by 2 plus A divided by 2. Careful while substituting. A plus B by 2, I substitute it like this. Cos A minus B. So A by 2 minus A by 2. Whole thing divided by 1 plus same cos A plus cos B formula. I'll apply. So cos A plus B by 2. So it will become A by 2 plus A divided by 2 into cos A minus B, that is A by 2 minus A by 2. Okay, a lot of people think we'll cancel it out, but not, because there's a plus sign here, right? So what will I get here? 2 sine. If you simplify this whole thing, it will give you 3A by 2. So 3A by 4 into sine minus A by 2 minus A by 4. Oh, sorry, minus A by 4. So cos minus theta is plus theta only. So I'll write cos A by 4. It will give you cos minus A by 4. So don't get confused there. Cos minus theta is cos theta itself. That's what I have used. 1 plus 2 cos 3A by 4 into cos A by 4. This is what I'll arrive at. Now this is still not anything as tan A by 2, sin A by 2 and all. What can we do here now? Okay, we applied sin A plus sin B. Still we have not reached to the any solution. Let's see what other options we have. Okay, so any idea? Since if I apply the formula, it's coming to the dead end. I mean, it's not giving me any particular answer. So I can take a different approach here. Rather than applying the formulas, what I can take is you assume some value of a, such that a by 2 value also you should be knowing. So I'll say, so a equal to, you assume it as 60 degree or 90 degree, that's your choice. So okay, if you want to go with anything, let's say if you want to go with 60 only, that's fine. So a by 2 will be 30, am I right? So substitute there. Sine a by 2, that means sine 30 you put, sine a means sine 60 you put, divided by cos a by 2, so cos 30 you put plus cos 60 you put. What do we get if we do that? That is 1 by 2 plus root 3 by 2 on the top. Numerator will have 1 plus 1 by 2 plus root 3 by 2. This is root 3 by, okay, I've just adjusted them. Let it be like this, okay? What do I get here? In the numerator, 1 plus root 3, denominator will have 1 plus 1, that is 2 plus root 3. Now again, this is not reaching anywhere. I'll do the rationalization, 2 minus root 3 and 2 minus root 3. So, okay, after this, let me raise these formulas. So if I simplify further, 1 plus root 3, if you multiply here, it will give you 2 minus root 3 plus 2 root 3 minus 3. This is what I'll get, right? 1 with multiplied with this, 2 minus root 3 multiplied with this will give me root 3 minus 3. 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3 will give me 4 minus 3. A plus b, a square minus, a plus b, a minus b formula, so a square minus b square. Okay, in the numerator side, what I got? 2 root 3 minus root 3. So just root 3, 2 minus 3, that is minus 1, divided by 1, that is again, divided by 1 is not much. Now root 3 minus 1 is which one's value as per your question? They're giving you tan a by 2. Tan tan a by 2 is tan 30. So tan 30 is nothing but 1 by root 3. So that I don't think. So tan a tan 60 is root 3 by 2. Okay, we'll find out its value and then we'll see. So root 3 value, you know, it's 1.732. 1.732 minus 1, that is 0.732. That is the value I'm getting, right? So first thing is tan a by 2, tan 30 if I want to do. Tan 30 is what? 1 by root 3. 1 by root 3 is what? 1 divided by 1.732. Right. So if I see 1 divided by root 3 is will be how much? Okay, 1 divided by root 3 is 0.577, I guess. Then next option you have is tan A itself. Tan A is what? Root 3. This is again, of course, not root 3, that is for sure. Third is sine A by 2, that is sine 30 degrees. Sine 30 is 1 by 2, of course, not 0.32. Cos A by 2 is cos 30, that is as good as root 3 by 2. Root 3 by 2 can give you this, I guess. Oh, that 0.866. Something is not working out well. Tan 30, tan 60 is not right. Then sine 30, of course, not, because it will become half. Cos 30 is also not giving me this. Okay. Simple value of sine A by 2 plus sine A 1 plus cos A by 2. No, there has to be something missing in this question because these options will not match. We tried two different approaches. Both is not reaching out anywhere. It should have done with the first method only, but if it is not happening, this is another method we try where we substitute the values. A, I assumed it as 60, and I got here 60, 30, and then I put sine 30, sine 60, 1 plus cos 30, cos 60, 1 by 2, root 3 by 2, and same way. So it brought me like nowhere. Okay, one thing. LCM will be 2, so it will become 3 plus root 3. Okay, something we have done a mistake here. It will become 3 plus root 3. If that is the case, I have to multiply with 3 minus root 3. Okay, let's see if this one gives us something. Slight mistake was there. So if I multiply 1, it will give me 3 minus root 3 plus 3 root 3 minus 3. 1 plus root 3 when multiplied with 3, so it will give me 3 plus 1 multiplied with this, so 3 minus root 3. Root 3 multiplied will give me 3 root 3 minus 3, and down I'll get 3 to the 9 minus 3, that is 6 gonna be. So top this and this got cancelled. 3 root 3 minus this is 2 root 3 divided by 6. It gave me 3. Root 3 by 3 is nothing but 1 by root 3. Okay. 1 by root 3 is tan 30 degree. That is tan A by 2 is your right answer. That is tan 30. I assume 30 as A by 2. That is tan 60. And tan 60 is your option. That is your option A. Okay, fine. So this question is also being done with hiccups, one small mistake, and we were getting nowhere. Okay, next question is your sine 7 theta minus sine 5 theta. That you can use sine A minus sine B formula. I think I have given you that. Then if x this is equal to this, then find the value of x. Okay, these are pretty easy questions, what I feel. So go with them, solve something at your end, practice these questions so that you will become good. So in the next class, where shall we start from? Okay, there is in this page only hardly 4 more questions left. So in this page there is question number till question number 81. We have reached till 77. I want you to try 78, 79, 80 and 81. These 4 questions you guys try. Okay, solve it. If you are getting it, well and good. If not, you have to ask me back. Okay, whenever you're asking, send me the picture. So do all these things, and then if you'll not ask me, then I'll understand you're able to do these, and then we'll start with the next page. This was page number 147. Okay, so I'll end the class here. Take care, stay safe, study well.